Adaobi's life shattered as her mother succumbed to a sudden illness. The once bright Lagos home grew dim. Her father, Chief Okeke, tried to mask his grief by focusing on his growing business empire. Chief Okeke introduced Naomi, a poised and sophisticated woman. Adaobi hoped for comfort, but behind Naomi's charm lurked a coldness that unnerved her. A cold welcome Naomi's disdain for Adaobi surfaced quickly. She criticized her at every turn, mocking her clothes, speech, and even her memories of her late mother. "She spoiled," Naomi whispered to Chief Okeke. "She needs discipline." Her words planted doubts in his mind, creating a chasm between father and daughter. Adaobi found herself excluded from family meals and decisions. Her room moved to the attic without explanation. "Clean the floors again," Naomi barked. Adaobi obeyed, though her knees ached. Her father's silence was more painful than the chores. "Why do you treat me this way?" Adaobi asked. Naomi's response was a chilling smile. "You'll understand when you're older." Chief Okeke began coming home late, avoiding Adaobi's tearful gazes. He couldn't bear the tension but refused to confront the growing toxicity. "It's her or me. Make your choice, Okeke." The words echoed through the house, tearing at Adaobi's heart. Chief Okeke left Adaobi at a quiet park, her suitcase at her feet. "It's best this way," he said, avoiding her eyes. The sprawling city buzzed around Adaobi. She clutched her suitcase tightly, unsure where to go. The streets felt cold and unwelcoming. A food vendor noticed Adaobi's tears. "Come, eat," she said, handing her bread. The kindness warmed Adaobi's heart but deepened her loneliness. Adaobi found refuge under a bridge. The sounds of the city at night, honking cars, distant laughter, kept her awake. A homeless man named Bobaton approached Adaobi. "You look lost," he said. His rugged appearance belied his wisdom and kindness. Bobaton taught Adaobi how to navigate Lagos streets, find safe spots, and protect herself from those who prey on the vulnerable. Stumbling into an old church, Adaobi met Mama Chinyere, who offered her shelter and hope. "God hasn't forgotten you," she assured. Mama Chinyere revealed she once knew Adaobi's late mother. "She was a strong woman," she said. Adaobi clung to the memory. Encouraged by Mama Chinyere, Adaobi decided to reclaim her life. "I won't let Naomi win," she vowed. An old letter from her mother surfaced in her belongings. It hinted at a family secret tied to her father's wealth. Adaobi began working as a cleaner in a small shop. The owner, Mr. Connell, noticed her diligence and paid her generously. Determined to uncover her mother's secret, Adaobi visited old family friends, asking questions that stirred up memories and suspicions. A photograph hidden in the back of her mother's journal showed her father with an unknown woman. Adaobi's curiosity deepened. "Be careful who you trust," Bobaton cautioned. "Lagos is full of eyes and ears." His words lingered in Adaobi's mind. Meanwhile, Naomi grew uneasy. She hired a private investigator to watch Adaobi, fearing the girl would uncover something incriminating. Adaobi befriended Chika, a university student who offered to help her investigate her family's history. Together, they devised a plan. Chika and Adaobi searched public records, uncovering discrepancies in Chief Okeke's business dealings. The findings hinted at hidden wealth. Adaobi noticed a man following her. She managed to lose him in the crowded marketplace. Adaobi received an anonymous note, "Stop digging or face the consequences." Fear crept in, but she refused to give up. Adaobi confronted her father at his office. "What are you hiding?" she demanded. He evaded her questions, looking visibly shaken. At the church, Mama Chinyere reminded Adaobi of the power of faith. "Your mother's spirit is guiding you," she said. Chika discovered a secret bank account under Naomi's name, holding vast sums of money. Adaobi suspected foul play. Naomi's anger boiled over. "You think you're smart," she hissed at Adaobi. "Stay out of my affairs, or you'll regret it." Bobaton revealed he once worked for Chief Okeke. "Your father isn't who you think he is," he confessed. Adaobi learned her late mother owned lands Chief Okeke sold without her consent. The betrayal stung deeply. Fearing for her safety, Adaobi and Chika planned to leave Lagos temporarily. Naomi's threats grew more menacing. Chika uncovered Naomi's network of spies. Adaobi realized the danger was closer than she thought, but she resolved to outsmart her stepmother. Mama Chinya revealed a crucial secret. Adaobi's mother once fought to protect her family's legacy, but Chief Okeke betrayed her trust. An old family portrait revealed Naomi's connection to a rival business family. Adaobi saw this as her key to exposing her stepmother. Adaobi and Chika collected documents and testimonies, creating a solid case against Naomi and Chief Okeke's corrupt dealings. Adaobi anonymously leaked the evidence to a journalist. The explosive story shook Lagos, tarnishing Chief Okeke's reputation and forcing Naomi into hiding. Chief Okeke, humiliated and remorseful, reached out to Adaobi. She struggled with forgiveness but agreed to meet him, demanding the truth. Chief Okeke confessed to suppressing Adaobi's mother's will, which named Adaobi the rightful heir to valuable properties. He promised to set things right. Naomi, desperate and cornered, sought revenge. She hired men to silence Adaobi and retrieve the remaining evidence. Adaobi narrowly escaped an attack at the church. Bobaton sacrificed his safety to ensure she reached Mama Chinya unharmed. With the support of Chika and Mama Chinya, Adaobi faced her fears. She vowed to reclaim her mother's legacy and rebuild her life. Adaobi sought help from local activists who fought corruption. Together, they strategized how to legally reclaim her mother's properties and expose deeper injustices. Adaobi filed a court case against her father, using evidence Chika uncovered. The move shocked Lagos elite, drawing public attention to her plight. Journalists swarmed Adaobi's story, painting her as a brave heroine. Public sympathy grew, while Naomi's reputation crumbled under scrutiny. Naomi attempted to bribe Adaobi into silence. Adaobi refused, reminding her that justice wasn't for sale. The encounter left Naomi shaken. Chief Okeke visited Adaobi with tears in his eyes. "I failed you," he admitted, begging for a chance to make amends. Hearing in court, Adaobi's lawyer presented compelling evidence. The judge's stern gaze pierced Chief Okeke, forcing him to confront his deeds. Under cross-examination, Naomi's true motives unraveled. She admitted to manipulating Chief Okeke for wealth, stunning the courtroom. A former employee of Chief Okeke came forward, revealing hidden documents that supported Adaobi's claims of corruption and theft. Returned Bobaton resurfaced, recovered from his injuries. His testimony about Chief Okeke's betrayal added weight to Adaobi's case. The court ruled in Adaobi's favor, restoring her mother's properties. Naomi was sentenced to prison, and Chief Okeke was fined heavily. With her inheritance restored, Adaobi began transforming her mother's properties into community centers, fulfilling her late mother's dreams. Adaobi, despite her pain, forgave her father. "Let's rebuild what we lost," she said, extending him a second chance. Chika and Mama Chinya helped Adaobi launch programs for underprivileged youth. Her story became a beacon of hope for many. Adaobi named the community center after her late mother, ensuring her legacy would inspire future generations. Through adversity, Adaobi found strength. Her journey showed Lagos that courage and justice could triumph against all odds. Adaobi partnered with local leaders to unite feuding neighborhoods. Her initiatives brought communities together, fostering peace and cooperation. Adaobi launched a scholarship fund, ensuring children in the city could access quality education regardless of their backgrounds. Rumors spread that Naomi, though imprisoned, was orchestrating schemes to reclaim her power. Adaobi prepared herself for the unexpected. Anonymous messages warned Adaobi to abandon her projects. She refused, knowing her work was a beacon of hope for many. Adaobi's efforts gained national attention. Invitations to speak about resilience and community development poured in from across Nigeria. Chika, inspired by Adaobi, pursued a career in law to fight for justice and equality, making her a formidable ally. Economic hardships threatened the community centers. Adaobi sought innovative ways to sustain them, including partnerships with ethical businesses. An influential philanthropist noticed Adaobi's work and offered guidance, teaching her strategies to scale her impact. Adaobi and Chief Okeke began rebuilding their relationship. Slowly, trust and understanding grew between father and daughter. Bobaton became a community leader, sharing his story of redemption and inspiring others to change their lives. A large, anonymous donation saved one of Adaobi's projects. She suspected it was from someone with a guilty conscience. Adaobi confronted lingering fears of failure. Mama Chinya reminded her, "Your mother's strength flows through you." Adaobi launched a program to train women in vocational skills, helping them achieve financial independence and confidence. Adaobi met a distant cousin who shared stories of her mother's kindness and determination, rekindling her connection to family. To celebrate her mother's legacy, Adaobi organized a citywide festival, showcasing culture, art, and resilience. During the festival, an act of vandalism threatened to derail the event. Adaobi rallied volunteers to save the day. The festival's success proved that adversity couldn't crush Adaobi's spirit or the community's resolve. Adaobi began writing her memoir, sharing her journey to inspire others facing seemingly insurmountable challenges. An international organization invited Adaobi to speak at a global summit on youth empowerment and resilience. Adaobi accepted the invitation, determined to share her story on a global stage and bring attention to her community's needs. Adaobi worked tirelessly to refine her speech, ensuring it reflected her journey and the hopes of her community. At the summit, Adaobi connected with global leaders, opening doors to international funding for her community projects. To her surprise, Adaobi encountered an old family friend who shared untold stories about her mother's activism. Back home, jealousy brewed among some community members who resented Adaobi's growing influence and success. Adaobi's speech at the summit went viral, sparking widespread admiration but also unwanted scrutiny into her personal life. An anonymous source accused Adaobi of mismanaging funds. Though untrue, the allegations cast a shadow over her work. With Chika's help, Adaobi presented transparent records, silencing her critics and strengthening trust in her leadership. Adaobi expanded her programs to include mental health support, addressing a critical need in the community. Business moguls inspired by Adaobi's work offered mentorship and resources to scale her impact. Adaobi reconnected with her father, who admitted he had been anonymously supporting her projects as penance. A fire broke out in one of the community centers, causing significant damage and testing Adaobi's resolve. Adaobi turned the tragedy into an opportunity, launching a crowdfunding campaign to rebuild and expand the center. The community's response to the fire was overwhelming, showing Adaobi how deeply her work had touched lives. Chika won her first major case, defending a marginalized group. Her success inspired Adaobi to explore legal reforms. Naomi was released from prison, vowing revenge. Adaobi prepared for the possibility of new threats. Adaobi implemented security measures for her project and sought advice on handling potential conflicts with Naomi. Adaobi's initiatives expanded to neighboring towns, spreading her message of resilience and hope across the region. Young leaders mentored by Adaobi began taking charge, ensuring her vision would continue to thrive. Adaobi faced resistance from powerful figures who viewed her advocacy as a threat to their influence. Adaobi launched a campaign for transparency and accountability, garnering national attention. Juggling her growing responsibilities, Adaobi learned to delegate effectively, trusting her team to carry her vision forward. Adaobi's initiatives sparked a revival of traditional arts, celebrating heritage while addressing modern challenges. Adaobi met a kind-hearted journalist who admired her work. Their friendship blossomed into a supportive and loving relationship. Again, Naomi attempted to intimidate Adaobi, but her efforts only strengthened Adaobi's resolve to continue her work. Adaobi organized a tribute to the village elders, recognizing their wisdom and contributions to the community. Adaobi's efforts earned her national recognition, making her a symbol of hope and transformation. Adaobi began training the next generation of leaders, ensuring her work would endure long after her time. She established a foundation in her mother's name, focusing on education, empowerment, and equity. Naomi attempted one last scheme to undermine Adaobi, but the community stood united against her. Naomi faced legal consequences once again, ensuring she could no longer harm Adaobi or the community. Chapter 111, a vision realized. Adaobi reflected on her journey, marveling at how far she had come and the lives she had touched. Her foundation expanded internationally, bringing her message of resilience and justice to communities worldwide. Adaobi emphasized collaboration, showing how collective effort could overcome even the greatest challenges. Adaobi honored Mama Chinya's guidance by naming a new program after her, celebrating her unwavering support. Adaobi's men began launching their own initiatives, inspired by her example. Proposer, her partner, proposed in a heartfelt moment, promising to support Adaobi's mission as they built a life together. The community celebrated Adaobi's union, a symbol of love and resilience amidst adversity.